Hey guys, what's up? I am coming to you with progress update for the cable scarf, and I'm going to share a haul. This is like a haul video as well. So me and Ashley and Joy, remember the group I'm always telling you guys about, y'all, for breakfast? Well, we met up at Borjo's tonight for our meeting. We used to meet there a couple years ago, and then we stopped because people weren't showing up for it, and so now we're trying to add it back to areas that, for us to meet up at, because we've been going over to Portsmouth and Suffolk for a while now, and so this is nice to have somewhere on our side of the water to meet again. So I went to Borjo's to meet, and Ashley had been given a bunch of knitting needles and crochet hooks and things. And they're awesome because most of these things are probably older than all of us. Well, because the person that she got them from, they were their mother's knitting needles, and his mother passed them down to his wife, and his wife is in hospice right now, unfortunately, so she can't knit and stuff anymore, so she wanted them to go to someone who could use them. So Ashley gave me a chance to look through a lot of this stuff, and I brought some things home with me. Not just to use them, but for historical, they're historic. Some of these things were around probably during close to after World War I or World War II, or probably before then, because they're from England. So chances are some of these things were passed down. Some of the metal ones, we've never even seen some of this stuff before that we were looking at. But some are more modern, and some are precursors to things you would recognize. Ash, she kept the boy. There's a boy. What is it called? I have one interchangeable needle set, which is the precursor to the. What is it called? A Debbie something needle set. Let me see if I can find the name of it. I didn't take any pictures of it or anything, but I'm sure Ash will send a link to a picture on Instagram for me in the description when she watches this video. So let me see. The Debbie needles. Interchangeable. Yeah, the Debbie Bliss knitting needles. And there's a Debbie Bliss interchangeable kit. Yeah, no, it's the Denise interchangeable kit, knitting kit. This Denise interchangeable kit is basically the result, what happened after Boy basically redid this kit to make it more modern. Because the original kit, the cords on this kit are very hard. They're not very bendy at all. Interchangeable. Let me see. So I can find an image, and I'll post a link to the old-fashioned one. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, this is the old-fashioned boy interchangeable hook set. But somebody posted part of it, not a picture of the whole thing. You can look at it online, see if you can find one with a picture of the whole kit. If not, hey Ashley, take a picture of yours and post a picture for me, please. Thank you. And so yeah, so we went there and hung out. Joy, she came, so we had a good time. And my husband was there harassing us. Haha, not really. You know me, more like I was harassing him. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff I got. And one of the things in here was Johnny Come Lately, because you guys know, a lot of guys in the knit group know I was looking for a size 50 US hooks to make that cowl that I made about a month or so back. But there was a pair of those bad boys in there. But that's good because, these are plastic, and you never know, you might need them for something. You can always have knit saber fights with them. But anyway, these are in there. There's also some 19s. There's these. Right here, these wooden ones. I mean, these are some awesome. Most of these, the ones that I got were the long ones. Okay? So there are all kinds of needles in here. Made in England, made in England. That's all we saw was made in England on a lot of stuff. There's the arrow, and it has England. Yeah. The arrow knitting needles. I'm sure Jan will know what those are and about how old they are. So there's arrow and hero. Made in England knitting needles. I got a bunch of Susan Bates hooks. These are the ones that were made in, let's see. These are the ones that were made in Mexico. So these are some of the ones that I like. Score! There's some DPNs. There's all kind of Susan Bates crochet hooks. I'm so freaking happy. There was this stocking pattern in there. And it was laminated. The stocking gift. There was a couple of those. So I got one. There's these all nylon, guaranteed, unbreakable, the hero, and it's like a plastic cable. I got one of these. There was a couple of them. So I got the size 8s. Then there are these, and I'm not sure why they didn't catch on because the Afghan crochet hooks with these attachments are pretty popular. These are boys. These are size 11s. And it's for making large projects. You have more room for more stitches because it has like a cable on the end of them. So they're like DP, they're like straights, but instead of being unwieldy, unflexible, they have these little stops on the end, just like the Afghan, some of the Afghan hooks you see now, so that you can have a longer, bigger project on it. So I got one of those. I thought those were pretty cool. And then there's this book on socks, mittens, and gloves for children. For knitting. And those are the socks on the back. We won't pay too much attention to the socks. This is Beehive Patents. This is booklet number 7140. It was originally $1.50. They marked it down to 90 cents, and then they marked it down to 50 cents. But I thought this was awesome. So I got this as well. There are some other pattern books. And one had a bunch of hats in it. It had like 19 or 20 hat patterns in it. It was $1. $1. You can't buy one good hat pattern for $1 now. That whole book was $1. And I think it had knit and crochet patterns in it. And so it had some weird little crochet hooks. I mean, look at that one. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. And then the end, there we go, is pointed. And I'm not sure what size this is because there's no writing on it. So you could knit with this. It's like the original Nook, just don't have a hole in it. So you could knit with this, or you could crochet with it. And there's a couple of these. I think there's a couple of them. That's the one that I got. But yeah. So some of these things fell out of this case, and I like this. I really like this case. And some of them, the stuff fell out of this case. So the slots are too big. The slots are too big for some of this stuff. So I gotta redo it. But this case is nice. And there was 2 of these cases. One had the short knitting needles in it. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure how long these are. It's more than 12 inches. I wonder if it says on this one. No. This is a hero. That's the arrow. This is a boy. So whoever this lady was, and whoever her mother-in-law was, her husband's mother, someone that they got these needles from, they either came from England themselves, or you know, and they inherited them from a family member who had came over from England to live here in the U.S. But I think it's awesome. So let me see if I can kind of show you guys, because there's some of these old heavy plastic ones in there. These are the arrows, and it says 00 England. This is not no 00 size knitting needle. So yeah, and they're arrow. I don't know if it'll focus on it or not. I'm trying to put it so maybe it'll be off my face and maybe it'll focus on the back of these. It ain't gonna do it. But there's like almost a whole kit of those plastic ones in here. So yeah, I got to redo some of these so they won't fall out of this pack. So there are some odds and ends too. But I'm going to show you this case. I like this case. It just needs to be tweaked a bit so that the needles don't fall out. But this is the case. So Jen, if you recognize any of this stuff, feel free to let us know. And now I will try and show you some of the needles. Like I said, they're not, it's unwieldy. Okay. So it's almost like a whole set of these plastic needles, and then it looks like she filled in some slots with the metal needles. But yeah, this is all inside. It's these long needles like this. But yeah, these things are kind of loose. The things that's supposed to hold the needles down are too loose. The little things. So that's why I'm wondering. Ash thinks that these were manufactured. They pretty much could be, but some parts of it looks like it was has hand stitching on it. So I'm wondering if it was some kind of kit, that you had to sew yourself. But yeah, so that's gonna be one of my projects, is figuring out a way to put a band across there that holds these in place so that they don't slide all over the freaking place. So that's one thing that I'm going to be working on. Let me see if I can get this thing closed back. I think what it needs is a piece of cloth on the on the ends. Like on the ends, like an accordion file, so that they don't slide out of this thing. Excuse me. So, alright, so I showed you guys the pattern. I showed you some of these big needles. Let's show you some of the other stuff that was in here. Like I said, there's all kind of little crochet hooks. There's this little crochet hook. You can't read the writing on it anymore. But it has like a little cap on the end of it. See that? So it has like a little soft cap. It looks like it's like attached to it. And this feels like a G. But the tip is smaller than a G hook. But it feels like a G hook. So maybe this is that elusive half size between, let me see. Okay. This is a 4.5. If it was a diameter, it would be a 4.5 millimeter. A 4 1/4 millimeter. So this would be an elf. So this is an elf crochet hook. Alright. Oh yeah, these little, this says American Standard Knitting Gauge. And it's pink. And the lady wrote in the numbers right there. And I thought that was just so cute. So you had a crochet hook that looked like that. These are my DPNs that fell out of these are the little gray plastic DPNs. I like them because they're big. Someone gave me a pair white ones like that, but I don't know how, but I don't know if I was using one as a, what they call it, a cable needle. I was using one as a cable needle, and somehow I lost it somewhere along the way. So I only got 4 of them now. Let me get these, put that into their little package. And I think these came in 4 as well. So it says Silcon Finish. These are Susan Bates. These are size 5 US, 3 3/4. They were $2.25. And these were made, well, this is the company address is up here for Chester something, Connecticut. So, let me see. I'll find some more stuff that y'all look at. So I need to just get my, get some rubber bands out and go ahead and start separating this stuff. Alright. Let me sit that there. Okay, so show you guys some more of these crochet hooks. Alright, so here's another one. It's like a little Afghan hook. It's an F. And that's how big this one is. But it's an F hook. Let's see. There we go. Oh, it's hard to get it to focus because I think I'm kind of backwards on this camera. So that's that one. And then this one is a 4.50 disc, a 7. And this is made in England. This one was made in England. And it's kind of shaped like a boy, but the head, the slot up under the head is deeper, like you will find in a Susan Bates. So I want to try crocheting with that to see how that works out for me. And then this one is a 7.00 arrow. It's a plastic hook. So this is a Susan Bates. This one was made in the USA, so this one is a little old. Been a while since she made her hooks in the US, so that's that one. And then this is a F. This is a boy hook. This is before their heads. This is when I was learning to crochet, this is how the boy hooks used to look. And they were easier to use. They weren't as splitty. They were very nice to use. I need like 3 places. Okay, so let me see if I can get y'all so y'all can see that hook. Okay, see how the hook is shaped? It's a lot cleaner. The lines are cleaner on it. Okay, see how pointy? Let me see if I can get that right. Alright, see how pointy the tip is? Can you see that? So this one will be good for thread. And this is a F as well. So you could do, not necessarily thread, but baby weight yarns and stuff. That would be good for. And so it's one of those older boy hooks. And see, also there are some wooden crochet hooks as well. And then there's some wooden Susan Bates hooks. See, this is, I don't know what kind of wood it is. So it could be bamboo. It doesn't say. And this is a 10. So, let me see. There's 2 of them. Yep, there's 2 of them. Of the 10s. Wooden Susan Bates. I mean, look at this old one. I think there was only, this is one of the odds and ends. This was fingertip 5. And made in Canada. This hook is made in Canada. And there's only one of them. Or is there? Yeah. This is one of the odds and ends. So there's only one of them. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, and there were just some very odd shaped tips. Like, look at this one. On the end of this one, it is. See how pointy it is? It's a size 1, but that's the only markings that's on that one. And it's one of the odds and ends as well. There's like a bunch of odds and ends. It's very interesting the way they're shaped, the way the ends were, the way they've changed throughout the years. So this is like you're holding history. You know, you're literally holding knitting, needle, and crochet hook developmental history. All these little needles and gadgets and stuff that were in these bags. Let me show you this. Let me see if I can find something else interesting to show you. Alright, this is one of their thread needles. And this is a 2 Hero 2. And it's made in the USA. But it's very interesting how the tip is so small and it's wider here. And it has a decent sized handle on it so that you can hold it easily. But that's how little that tip is. It's a 2, US 2. This is a US G4mm. This is a Susan Bates made in Mexico. Now the ones made in Mexico are my favorite ones that Susan Bates had. Oh yeah, here's this funky one. This one was made in Germany. It's a J-hook. But look at the neck on it. Isn't that interesting? So, then there was this magnifying glass thing. And it works really good. It has magnets on the end of it. These are magnets. If you had like a magnetic clipboard, you would sit this up there and move it down your pattern. This was made in the USA. Somebody Lynn. Miranda Lynn. Mandy Lynn. Size. It has a size on it. And this is one that you're used to seeing in the store and now. But that shows you how old these suckers are. They've been around for a long time. And then these are stitch holders. Look. And then these are like regular stitch holders. And then this was a dowel rod. What it was for, I have no idea, but it was in the bag. But I think it's the same size. Yep, it's the same size. Almost the same size. Just a little bit bigger than the one that's that holds my speaking of which, there it is. That's in my my ball, like the ball winder holder thing. So there's a couple of stitch holders in here. These are some, I think these are DPN clips. So you put them on your DPNs, like you're working on some socks. Just to put them on the end of your DPNs. So that's what that's what we think those were. Because it's flat on the inside. And it's wide enough you could put a couple of DPNs in there. There is this old thimble in there. Let's see if it's got any writing on it. It says German. So this thimble was made in Germany. And I dropped some. Hold on. One of the little crochet hooks. So that's what kind of everything and stuff. Okay. So this was a row counter. See that? You turn each end. So then you had, it's hard to do when you, and so then that was interesting little thing. Alright, and here's some more hooks. You got some crochet thread hooks here. Right there. You got another one of the plastic ones, Susan Bates H or 8.5, but it doesn't say where it was made at. Little gray plastic ones with a little cap on the end. Some Susan Bates, another Mexico. I'm telling you, this was like a very good find. So boy 00, more boy, more those rubbery stitch holders, and this was a 5.50 arrow. I'm really liking the way these arrows are shaped. I'm going to try those. Then there's another Susan Bates, made in Mexico. I mean, this was a series score, a G7. And then there's another one of these bigger ones. This is a Susan Bates P/11. So this is a P hook, 11.5 millimeter. I don't know where it was made at though. And so those are more of those stitch markers with the bands, the weird little bands on them. Let's see if I can find anything else that's interesting in here. So, and so there's some tapestry needles, and there's a bunch of sacking needles in there, like weavers use. There were several sacking needles in there, and there's some more tip thingies. There's several of these tips. So yeah, and then there were some more suit sizes. These are coats that are distributed by Coats and Clark. These are some of those plastic needles. That's pretty much the majority of stuff. Oh yeah. So y'all gotta get some stuff and organize these. I have to get like a separate bag and organize these so that I'll keep them separate from all my my stuff. Because like I said, it's just the history of these items that some of these things are 60, 70, or 80, 90 years old or older. Some of it's not. Like, for instance, I've never seen a freaking blue plastic crochet hook, and this was a Hero Standard I-8. It says I-8, and it's blue, and it's very flat. So I'm not sure what this hook was used in. The tip is very flat, or maybe it was a beginner hook or something. I'm not sure, but that's the first time I've seen one. And then there's some more of these plastic ones with the tips. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes of those. Looks like. Yeah, looks like I have 4 sizes of those. But I have some plastic ones made by Baleen G and a Baleen F. I guess it's supposed to look like whalebone or something, but it's obviously not whalebone. It's obviously plastic. And then you got some more Susan Bates. And these were made by Marks M. What is it called? Made in the USA. Susan Bates, USA. This is a Hero G, made in Germany. Metal one, boy. This is a US HR8 Susan Bates. And then here's another one of the thread ones that needs to go back with other thread ones. So yeah, this is it's gonna take me a little while to get this stuff sorted by, like, you know, hero. Oh, this is a Japanese hook. Oh my god, I wish you could see the size of the tip on this thing. You could use like sewing thread with this thing. This is a Japanese one. Alright, this is a size 2 hero, whatever you want to call it. Made in the US. I'm gonna hold it to this one old Japanese steel hook. You can see the difference in these hooks. The Japanese hook is the tiny one. Tiny one. Focus. Taking off autofocus. Give me a second. See if I can get it to focus for y'all. There we go. Yeah, see that little one is the Japanese hook. So there's whoever, and yeah, the person was probably well traveled or had good connections, because they have German, Canadian, Japanese, US hooks and English hooks. So they were either well traveled or their shops were adventurous or something. But I think this is awesome. This is amazing. The history, if these needles could talk, if these hooks could talk, you know. So that's my haul tonight. I'm very happy. Thank you so much, Ashley, for sharing this with me. Like I said, I have to find a way for it to make that case so that the stuff won't slide out of it. And yeah, this is the other pattern I got. And it's funny because a lot of people have been wanting some slippers, but this is a knit. These are knit. And they're called the Cuddle Mocks, to knit or crochet. So there's a crochet version and there's a knit version. And one size fits all, perfect for gifts and bazaars. So I thought it was funny considering I've been making something similar to these for people. So I got this one. And it's a Bernat pattern. I don't think it has a date in there up here. But it was printed in the US. It has Canadian standards too, in English and French for Canadians. So they got the knit cuddle mocks and they got the crochet cuddle mocks. One size fits all. Isn't that awesome? From Bernat. They fit every foot. For women, for children, for men. These wonderful, quick and easy cuddle mocks. So just the crochet hooks alone, I made out like a bandit. Because this is so awesome. It's like you can feel the love in these hooks. There's nothing negative feeling about this. It has good energy. All this stuff has good energy. So yeah. So I just gotta get a way to organize it now. And I love this. These hooks. Wah, wah, wah. These are made in, where are these made at? Made in Mexico. It's a size F5, 3.75, up to a K. So it's the F. I don't think this is the one that came with it. FG6, H8, I9, J, and K. So that is my haul video. Let me put these little notions back in here before they get lost. And I'm very, very, super, very, triple, super, very, gazillion, bazillion, very thrilled with my haul. So yeah. Alright. And of course we have this one as well with the long needles in it. So there was two of these, the same color. One, like I said, this one held the long needles, and then Ash has the ones that holds the short needles. She also has that weird boy interchangeable set. And like I said, that set is obviously the precursor to the Denise interchangeables. Okay, so what am I working on? Since I'm doing this video, I will show you guys what I'm working on today. I am still working on the cable scarf. I've made some progress, so I'll show you guys. Make sure I pull out the right needle. Alright, so this is how long it is now. So my goal is to have this finished by Saturday evening, hopefully. You see the cable. It's a rib, 1, 2, 3 ribs, cable, 3 ribs, and then you got a 2-stitch border. But I'm really liking this pattern. Excuse me. But hey, it wouldn't be one of my episodes if I didn't yawn, right? So, yep. I'm really liking that pattern. And that's that. Oh, well, that was my haul. But I also I have another order that I have to fill. And they want a basket weave scarf in a dark purple. So I got this Caron Pound of Love, 16 ounces, approximately 812 yards to do her scarf. And she should be enough for me to do the scarf and the hat and gloves that I'm going to do for it. If not, I can always go buy some more, right? So it's dark purple. It's not as light as that. That's more like the color right there. So I like it because it's not grape, and it's not purple. You know, it's more of a reddish purple, more of a violet, and I think that's the name of it, some kind of violet. Yep, deep violet. So yeah. So I didn't feel like I was, it was too crucial. And then for myself, I got 2 skeins of the Impeccable in the, what is this? Tropical Storm colorway. It's more of a blue-green. Those colors is more of a blue-green than that. So, because this is for the year of me, where I make stuff for me. I also got some more of that earth because I love this. I love this color. And I used all that I got out of the bargain thing to make Christmas presents last year. So I really like this one. And it has a chevron pattern up there on the ball band. Interesting. How does this one have on the ball band? This one got some kind of pocketbook. So yeah, that's for the purple yarn for commission. The other ones are for me. Works in progress. You've already seen the cable scarf. I'm still working on the big red blanket that's in the bag down there. My sock project is also down there. So I only have 3 whips. One is a long-term whip. One is a I may never knit it whip, the socks. And then I have this commission that I'm working on. So that's pretty much what's been going on. That's what I'm working on. I haven't got to my spinning because ignore my hair. I got to plait it up front of the bed so it'll be wavy. Yeah, I haven't got to any spinning because I have 4 or 5 commissions that I gotta get out of the way for Christmas. So that's what I'm going to be working on. All of them are crochet commissions other than this knit one. And so I charge, people don't understand. If I gotta knit you something, you gotta pay more for it. Because I can crochet it up in a heartbeat. But if you want me to knit something, you gotta pay for it. Because it's gonna take a little bit longer. Heartburn. So y'all take care. I will see you later. And keep hooking and keep knitting. And don't let anybody stop you from achieving your crafty dreams. Don't let them do it. It ain't worth it. Because you need to be happy too.